So let's talk about how to create a GenAI Chatbot Data Source using Google Cloud Storage GCS bucket and import data. So what I did in the meantime is, as part of the bucket I created previously, I just uploaded all of the files that are part of this repo. All of the HTML files, they're all uploaded and they're part of this GCS bucket. So you'll need to do this yourself. I'm not gonna go through this. And what I will do now is I will go and create a data source. And here I will go and select to create a data source out of a cloud storage bucket. I'll click on select. What kind of data are you using here? I'm going to select to, just to increase the text so you see better. So here I'll select unstructured documents, PDF, HTML, TXT, as all of my fetch data are written in HTML. Why HTML? So besides markup, I found HTML to be the best format to get as many links as possible found in the sources, and as such be returned as part of the prompt answers. And under the synchronization frequency, I select whatever fits your needs, as even if you select periodic data ingestion, you can still ingest data whenever you want, if it's one time. Yeah, in this case, I'll just select my bucket. And after this is done, I'll even go with one time in this case, because I can, as I said, I can just re-import it. I'll click continue. So here, as part of the location for your data store, I'll just go with global. And here I'll just go with auto-cpufreq data. And this is a very important step, which is a document processing option. So by default, you'll have a digital parser, and I'll select a layout parser instead. I'll leave the links in the description, but there's a whole page describing this, where basically it's saying how digital is the best generic parser for different types of documents. OCR best for the PDF that have images, and layout parser, the one I selected, is a layer parser for HTML, which I'm using, docs and PDF that consider layout of documents to define its chunking strategy. Since, all of my files are in HTML with clear defined structure, this is the best option to go for, and that's the option I will go with. And so I'll just click on create. And you have successfully created a data store. It's the next day, and I realized there's something missing that I wanted to cover. So once you create your data store, make sure that later on it's connected to an app. So here it doesn't say it's connected to anything. So this is what it should look like. But this will happen later on when we create our GenAI Chatbot app. And another thing is, because we're pulling in data from our bucket, which has thousands of files, just make sure that that these files are imported. So for example, we can see what the documents are of our data store in an activity. We can also see there are no errors, because and that the import is completed, because this is something I made a mistake, because I was pulling a bunch of files and there were errors reported, which I was completely ignoring. I wasn't paying attention to. So make sure that once you do an import, there are no errors, and maybe even start with a single file in your bucket, just to see if the structure is it should, and that you're getting answers that are grounded and coming from your data. And I also said, if you didn't enable periodic ingestion, so you can just go to the cloud storage, and here I select my bucket, and I'm just going to go with, again, unstructured documents, and you can do incremental or full. Let's say I just add a few files and I can hit import, and that's pretty much it. And now it's scheduled a new import. So once this happens, again, it's importing a lot of files. And please note, as it also say up to 5 minutes here, I think it's more like 15 minutes that this process can take before your data is showing up as part of your chatbot app. Just wanted to mention that, as that was definitely an error I made in my initial try. All right, see you in the next video.